It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them, meaning pleasures, enjoyments, and unnecessary wants, needs, desires actually can always be controlled by most of us and by each and every one of us in the world based on our character, composure, control, resistance, resilience, persistence, perseverance, morality, character, and other significant virtues that we can obviously develop and grow within ourselves on the basis of our knowledge or experiences of suffering, misery, betrayal, and many other bad things as well. Pleasure can be resisted, prevented, and averted, and therefore it should and must always be resisted by most of us in the world or by every one of us, because pleasure and its experience and constant derivation from the satisfaction of desires ultimately and inevitably weakens the whole psychological structure, and the psyche of the human being is also shattered, fragmented, broken because of the constant experience of pleasure and dependency upon it, and the constant derivation of desires and wants and their satisfaction ultimately destroys the whole psychological mental system by creating crisis, suffering within ourselves that is obviously out of place and unwanted by most of us. So obviously, the wise are always able to resist their desires. They always mount absolutely powerful resistance, resilience, control against their desires and pleasures all the time, so that they do not have to basically entertain slavery, dominance, or enslavement to them, so that they can always be a master of their desires and wants and pleasures and not be slaves to them. And that's how the man of wisdom, intelligence, character, reason reacts, acts, and responds. The wise man has always been controlling his desires and limiting his pleasures as much as he possibly can, reducing his dependency upon external validation and the others' opinions, judgments, thoughts all the time, because we cannot be dependent upon the others' thinking, words, actions, no matter what. Otherwise, they are going to access our soul. They are going to be able to have access, entry to our psychology, mind, and action. They are going to destroy us, obliterate our composure, and leave us with nothing at all but only nihilism. So obviously, the wise are always able to resist pleasures by controlling and limiting their desires all the time. They minimize their desires as much as they can because they don't want to be slaves to them, neither pleasure nor desire. So that's how this paradox works. Not that the more desires we have, the more free, powerful, sovereign we're going to become, but the more slavish or slaves we're going to become to both the influence